Hey guys, so I am out in the garden this morning that's being eaten. Today is a kind of nerve-wracking but exciting day because it's time to up pot the tomato seedling again. So I have five of them now, so let me show you. These are the ones I planted all the way back on September 2nd. I'm gonna move this one into a bigger pot today to kind of separate out these guys, give them more room, and hopefully I don't kill it. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 7 true leaves on it, so I feel like it should be okay. And I can also bury it a little bit deeper as well. This guy is gonna stay in this pot. And then we got 3 over here. So over here, this one over here, and then I feel kind of bad, so there's this tiny one over here. Probably going to have to like pull it out and kill it because it's growing so close to this other one. I'm leaving it for now, but because it kind of makes me feel like a murderer. But yeah, these guys have a long way to go. So if you just notice the difference between September 2nd and October 5th, there's a big difference. Like these were only planted 10 days ago. So we're going to, like I said, repot this guy into this pot. And these are growing a lot faster than I thought they were. So I do have a pot. They're gonna go in this pot over here where the strawberries died. But you know, you're supposed to wait for true leaves. And just so many of them. What I'm planning on doing is I'm putting 2 of these where the strawberries died to keep for me. I'm gonna put one of these in, keep one of these in here, give it to somebody, and take another one out, put it in another pot, and give it to my mom, because the ones I planted for them just aren't sprouting. But hopefully they get their true leaves semi-soon, because I just feel like they're not gonna do so hot. 4 of them, 4 out of the 5 sprouted. They're just, like, they're already so big, but I can't do anything about that right now. That's my cucumber, by the way. Did I even say that? I don't know. I planted these back on 10-9, so they're growing. But let's do this. Looks like we also got another ripe tomato up here and a caterpillar. Yep, we're getting rid of him. Might be one of the last I get. So because these pepper seeds have not sprouted in now over a month, I'm going to plant the tomato seeds. I'm going to pour this dirt in this cup and plant more tomato seeds in this one, just because from experience they don't all live. So yeah, but before I do anything else, let me deal with this guy and put him on a plant that he needs to actually eat and not my plant. Okay, they have been together since birth. They are now separated. I'm going to keep this one out of the sun for today. The root system on it was not nearly as like big as I thought it would be, so hopefully it'll be okay. As you can see, it's in a much bigger container where it can hopefully flourish, and these guys won't be competing for resources from this pot anymore. But yeah, I expected a bigger root system. It needs to grow its roots, definitely. I planted it all the way up to the very, very top because tomatoes, they will root off of any of these little, like, I don't know if you can see it on this guy. Off of these stems, they have little hairs, and they will root off of any of those little hairs. So, planted it all the way up to the top, spritzed it with water, labeled it, and fingers crossed he does okay. They said that you can repot as soon as they have 2 sets of true leaves. This guy's got, like I said, 7. So, yeah, but we'll keep him out of the sun for today. Let it acclimate to its pot, and hopefully they grow a little faster now that they have their own space. Since I'm going to be planting this tomato into here, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more cucumber seeds in here, just because these should have germinated by now, and why not? It'll be a whole lot easier if I can take one of these to somebody versus trying to like separate all of those out. So let's do that. Let's plant these into here. We could end up with a bajillion tomato plants, but you know, they don't all live. I've already lost one. So let's do that. I ate the tomato. It was delicious. But just look at the size difference between a cucumber seed and a cherry tomato seed. So tiny comparatively. Realized I never filmed an outro, so we're done with that. I just watered all the plants. Got everybody taken care of for today. Again, I'm not going to put that one in the sun today. It needs a couple days to readjust to repotting. Hopefully it'll be a little happier because it's going in the same soil. I didn't rinse off the roots, so it's kind of like, it's much less traumatic than what happened last time. So fingers crossed it lives, and we'll see if those other cucumbers sprout. It would make my life easier because I could give those to my sister and, you know, separate out the 4 that I have, 2 to go in the 5-gallon pot, 2 to go to my mom. So we'll see what happens. But that's it for that. I'm gonna go take the dog out and then eat, and yeah, we shall see. I'm just trying all sorts of different things. And yes, 5 plus 2, so 7 now. 7 tomato plants planted may seem like an overkill. 1, we started with 8, we lost 1, and 2, Big Bertha out there is starting to die off because it's what happens with annual plants. So we don't have a lot of, you know, time probably left getting produce off of that. The tomato I just picked, I don't even see any others that are pretty big right now. So yes, I plan on keeping at least 2 of these, assuming they grow, giving some to my mom, giving some to my sister. So if I get these ones in this cup to sprout, I'll probably just give those to her, and she can, you know, baby them up. But yeah, that's a wrap.